Between September 1984 and August 1989, 771 people were necklaced or doused with fuel and burned to death. The myth perpetuated by the state then was that this was an example of African brutality. The truth we know now is that this repulsive form of killing was first started by white Rhodesian security forces in the 1970s and then brought to South Africa by the security police. Policemen burnt Supiwo Mtumkulu and Topsy Madaka to ashes in 1982, the Pepco 3 in 1985, and Sizwe Kondile in 1989. May God forbid anything like this ever happening again in our land. In 1988, Mary-Anne Serrano died a different kind of death. Like Makis Kosana, she was innocent. Her only sin was that she sat down in a Boksburg restaurant targeted by an Umkhonto Sizwe bomber. Someone has to answer her father's questions.
Good evening. A woman was killed in one of 2 bomb explosions on the East Rand today. She died in the Johannesburg hospital a short while ago. At least 57 people were injured in the explosions, believed to have been caused by limpet mines. One blast took place in a packed restaurant in the center of Benoni. 4 of the victims are still in a critical condition in the Johannesburg hospital. They were airlifted by helicopters from the scene of the disaster. Their names have not yet been released.
The bomb exploded at 2 minutes to 12 with the popular restaurant packed to capacity. There was mayhem immediately after the blast as the injured lay around crying for help. Many people ran screaming from the scene in a state of shock. People of all races, including children, were among the injured. Fire and ambulancemen from Benoni and Boksburg raced to the scene and treated the injured while policemen combed the area for a second device. Traffic officials struggled to control huge crowds that gathered at the scene as policemen combed the wreck shop for clues. The interior of the restaurant was devastated by the powerful blast. Experienced policemen said it was a miracle that nobody was killed outright. The bomb had been placed under a seat in the center of the shop. The chair was flung several meters out of the restaurant.
Why was a bomb placed, and by incidentally, under the table where my daughter just happened to sit? She walked in, there was an empty table, and she sat there to having a usual breakfast in Wimpipa. I believe she was expecting some friends as well. I'm glad, and this is, I always thank the Lord for that my other 2 children and you guys went to go. I never received any satisfaction information. I still today don't know who did it, and that's what I am claiming from you people. I even don't want to see the person. I'm not looking for blood. I'm not teeth for teeth. I want to know who did it and why. What was the sense of putting a bomb in a place where there is people of all races and all ages, particularly younger people, the future of the nation? Doesn't matter being white, black, yellow, whatever. We're not having that in discussion. That is very good as it is now. But it's the new people that will continue with the nation.